لموقعها الفريد في القارة الأوروبية وأعراقها ولغاتها المتعددة وثقافاتها المتنوعة واقتصادها المفتوح، أصبحت بلجيكا بلداً جاذباً للآخرين من داخل أوروبا وخارجها للعيش أو للعمل فيها، كما أصبحت مقراً لكثير من المنظمات ومركزاً للعلاقات الدولية. وعندما تذكر بلجيكا يلمع مع اسمها بريق الألماس، لأنها تمثل المركز العالمي لتجارته، وتتبادر إلى الذهن كثير من الملامح والخصائص البارزة في الصناعات المتنوعة والتجارة، ما جعلها رقماً مهماً في منظومة الاقتصاد العالمي.
I'm Dominique Mineur. I'm the ambassador of the Kingdom of Belgium to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, to the Sultanate of Oman and to the Republic of Yemen. I have been here already for 3 years, and I'm going to spend my last year here in Saudi Arabia enjoying the work. Actually, before coming to Saudi Arabia, I was ambassador to the United Arab Emirates. So from that perspective, I was already looking at all the changes happening in Saudi Arabia. And indeed, I found it very interesting, and I thought that there were a lot of things, positive things happening, and that it could be a good opportunity to apply as ambassador to this country. And I mean, gratefully, and I was chosen by our minister, presented to your country to represent Belgium here, and that's how it happened. I have to say, yes, indeed. I mean, I have seen the changes happening all over the 3 years, but I could already have some hints of what was going on when I was based in the UAE. I enjoy spending my weekends in traveling to the country. There is a lot to discover. The diversity from north to south, east to west is amazing. As an example, I have been traveling, of course, I mean, everybody goes to Alula, I have been there, but more importantly, I've also seen some smaller cities like Hail, Jubba. I can give you the example of Jubba. Is for me something that I will never forget. Is when you go in this city, you have people have their open doors. The doors of the houses are constantly open, so you're always welcome. So you learn about the tradition, you learn about the culture of the different the communities. I have traveled to Taif. I have seen the amazing old palaces that need to be restored because this is your history. It's really fascinating. I have been to Abha, to the mountains, to Jizan, to Farasan, to Qasim, to Tabuk, to Dammam, of course. I mean, there's so many different places in the country that need to be discovered to see how, I mean, the variety of the culture and the potential in developing all the traditional arts, the traditional craft, keep your traditions. This is really the most important thing. Well, there is one thing I really and I'm still really fascinated by is the desert. The variety of the sands, the variety of the landscapes. You have places like the Rub al Khali, you have the Nefud, you have the Dana Dunes, you have all these places that are completely different from each other. You go there, you have the silence, you have this sort of peaceful places. You stay there at night, you see the galaxy that you don't see in our countries anymore. So these are places that are really fascinating, and I would really advise to develop more the knowledge of these beautiful spaces. of course, a lot of things happening. You have the date festival, you have the camel race. So you have so many different things that you can attend, but also in terms of entertainment, I was extremely, amazed by all the different concerts that happened also during the Riyadh Festival. And actually, just to mention, now there was an entertainment week, and we had a few Belgian companies participating in that. But just to mention also, we have been present also in terms of Belgian knowledge and Belgian know-how in different sectors, and particularly in entertainment. The star that was hanging at the Kingdom Tower was actually a Belgian artist doing it, Kurt Vermeulen. You had also, the companies doing some, the biggest stage on the Middle East festival was also done by a Belgian company. So we're very good in entertainment, in gaming, and these different activities. And the entertainment fair that we had last week was for us another opportunity to show our know-how, and I hope that we can develop it even further, so that, this is also a way to strengthen the relations between our two countries. We have a community of about 400 people, spread mostly, I would say about 200 in Riyadh, some in Jeddah, some in Dammam, and a few others in different cities in the country. I would say they work in different sectors, a variety of sectors. For instance, in Jeddah, we have some researchers working at KAUST University. In Dammam, we have Belgians working for Aramco in different sectors. We also have Belgian companies present in the logistics. We have Belgian companies in the chemicals, but we're also very strong in health. And we are actually, we have some Belgian businessmen coming here regularly to develop the trade relations in terms of healthcare. As an anecdote, I can mention that, for instance, the 12 million doses Pfizer that Saudi Arabia bought were actually produced in Belgium. So these are the signs of, our strengths, and our trade relation is not only entertainment, it's not only diamond and other things, but also healthcare, chemicals. In terms of trade, actually, we're reaching more or less 4 billion euros trade exchange, with a trade deficit for Belgium. The most important sectors are the chemicals. We have SABIC being present in Belgium. And then the second sector is all what is a heavy machinery. We are very strong in dredging, but also in construction, engineering. So, but this is really the trade. But besides trade, we also have short contract or people coming here. Belgium is a country of SMEs. So we don't have big companies really being established for good, but we are working as subcontractors. We're very discreet, we're very low profile, but we're very competent.
أبرز الشراكات التي تحضرنا طبعاً في مجال التكنولوجيا، أحدها هي منظومة قامت بها شركة بلجيكية بالتعاون مع كوادر سعودية وبالتعاون بالذات مع التلفزيون السعودي لتبادل المعلومات عن طريق الساتلايت، وتم إنشاء مركز تحكم في المملكة العربية السعودية لتبادل المعلومات في العالم العربي ككل. أيضاً ساهمت كثير من الشركات البلجيكية في تطوير التلفزيون السعودي من ناحية التكنولوجيا ومن ناحية الأرشفة ومن ناحية البلاي أوت وبعض الأشياء الأخرى. فهذه يعني شراكات مهمة. طبعاً يوجد شراكات قد نعرفها في مجال النفط وفي مجال الطاقة المتجددة بين شركات بلجيكية وشركة أرامكو السعودية.
There is one symbolic act that we will, I think, never forget in our bilateral relations, is when, in that time, Prince Faisal went to Belgium after the First World War, and on his way to the United Kingdom, he stopped by the Flanders killing fields just after the First World War to pay tribute to all the young soldiers who had died at that time. And for us, this is symbolically extremely important and really a gesture that we will never forget.
الثنائية بين مملكة بلجيكا والمملكة العربية السعودية قديمة ووطيدة من بداية التبادل التجاري مع الدول الأوروبية عموماً، ولكن بلجيكا لها وضع خاص لأنها تستثمر كثير من الوقت والجهد دبلوماسياً في إنجاح التبادل التجاري، وهناك تبادل متكافئ بين البلدين، حيث التجارة ينتج عنها تبادل معلومات وتوطين التكنولوجيا في المملكة العربية السعودية. وبلجيكا ساهمت في تدريب الكثير من الكوادر السعودية وساهمت في توطين بعض التكنولوجيا، ولها أمثلة كثيرة. حجم التبادل بين البلدين يعني إن لم نذكر الأرقام فنذكر أنه في أحد العشر الأوائل من الدول التي بينها وبين المملكة تبادل في مجالات كثيرة، مجالات التكنولوجيا، النفط، الطاقة المتجددة، المأكولات، السياحة وإلخ.
In Belgium, we have a tradition to have economic missions led by our crown princes. So we had Crown Prince Albert coming to Saudi Arabia a few times. We had Crown Prince Philip before they became kings. Crown Prince Philip came here. Crown Princess Astrid came here, leading always economic missions, trade missions to strengthen the bilateral relations between our two countries. And this is something we're trying to continue today on a day-to-day basis. I mean, we are very active in the embassy. We are, for instance, in the sports diplomacy. Just to give you a good example, today we are involved with our Saudi counterpart in what we call the Global Goals Women's Cup. This is a football initiative, but besides football, which is, I would say, almost a pretext, we are defending the Sustainable Development Goals. So each team has to choose one Sustainable Development Goals. And of course, Belgium being strong in health, we decided to take the Sustainable Goal number 3, which is good health and well-being. So whilst playing football, we promote that. I think sports diplomacy is extremely important, and that's one of the most friendly and best way to strengthen the relation between our countries. coming here as the first woman ambassador, I must say that I have been really impressed by the way the women were promoted and all the work that has been done. And then we really in a way happy to support Saudi Arabia to work together towards achieving a better society for all of us. We are really happy to have these contacts. I mean, women here are great. Men as well. I mean, we have to. But it is true that it's really interesting to see the developments happening. It is true that we have excellent contact with women. As an embassy, we invite them, we have good exchanges. Actually, we organized a few, during COVID, we didn't want to be static at the embassy. So we organized a few exchanges on challenges that we're facing our two countries. For instance, we did something on the elimination of violence against women. And we had an exchange by the video between our experts in Belgium and experts here. The exchange was extremely fruitful because we realized that actually our two societies are confronted with the same challenges. We did the same in STEM because we realized that women in STEM are underrepresented, and we wanted to see how to do and better develop this the knowledge and desire to be more better represented in STEM. So we had a scientist on the Belgian side, we had a scientist on the Saudi side, and by video we invited a few students also, and by video we could exchange again our experiences and realize that again we were confronted with the same challenges. We, of course, are very interested when we go in a country, and it's my case, when you go somewhere, you really want to discover what are the typical arts, typical craft, typical things that are being done. And I think there is a lot of potential to develop it even further. I think this is because look, in the south of the country, in Abha, you have these beautiful designs. These are the things that I would really love to see more promoted in order for us, but also for the tourists, to come back with souvenirs that are unique. They're typical of Saudi Arabia. I don't have a collection at this stage, but I'm still looking for interesting pieces from Saudi Arabia. So in that sense, I think there is a lot of potential, and discovering in villages that women are actually doing embroideries that I have never seen anywhere in Saudi Arabia, with full of colors and flowers. So there's so many things that could be further developed.
رؤية المملكة 2030 قائمة على تبادل متكافئ مع جميع الشركاء في العالم، وحيث أن مملكة بلجيكا متمثلة في السفارة هنا عندهم مبدأ الدبلوماسية الاقتصادية، وهذا طبعا قرب وجهات النظر بين البلدين وجعل التبادل بين البلدين متكافئ نوعا ما.
Well, I must say 3 years have almost been too short. I really enjoyed traveling, being in contact with the Saudi people. And I think if there is one thing that I will bring back home is the welcome I received, the contact I had with the people, the discussion. I was also impressed by the curiosity of the Saudi people. And it's the people to people, it's the contact, the personal contact I had that I will always keep in my heart. And I wish when I go home to keep these contacts, to continue our discussion. And the Saudis are certainly welcome to Belgium when I will go back there. And I think for our two countries and for the future of two countries, I think this is the best we can do, is develop this people-to-people discussion, people-to-people contact. And yes, I really enjoyed I have not finished. I really continue to enjoy my stay here in Saudi Arabia and the contact I had with the people all over the country.